Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Today we'll be talking about this year's Higher Education Day Rally, and joining me today is the STARS coordinator for Troy University, Ansley Markwell. Ansley, thanks for joining me here today.
No problem.
And as STARS coordinator, you're responsible for kind of getting people together and organized and coordinated to make it up for the big Higher Education Day Rally in Montgomery. But for folks out there who are unfamiliar with it, tell us a little about what the Higher Education Day Rally is all about.
Well, Higher Education Day is a rally for more money for higher education. There are legislators present and all sorts of important people within the political system of Alabama. So it really gives students an opportunity to show that we have a big voice in what goes on our campuses.
And you said the rally, legislators are present, and it's kind of hard for them not to be present because the location of it is on the State House steps.
Yes.
So, and obviously I would think that there's a little, I guess, reasoning behind having it right there in front of the legislators.
It's kind of to make us like unable to be ignored. Like, hey, we are here. We want to be present. We want you to know what our opinion is. We don't want to just be standing by and letting all these things happen without us having a voice.
And that voice is also kind of hard not to hear because there's probably somewhere along close to, it looks like the past few years, around 1,000 college students on the steps, spread out all over across to the Capitol. It's a pretty big crowd.
The goal is actually to be almost 3,000 for the rally this year, which should be pretty intense, flooding downtown Montgomery.
And now the big part of this, you talk about the money and convincing them, and one of the things you always hear about this is fair funding for higher education. And so why is it so important for college students to have their voice as a part of this, to talk to the legislators about fair funding for colleges?
College students tend to be the leaders from high school, so they like to have a voice. It's very important because some of these college students are looking to be leaders within their communities. And so this gives them an opportunity to practice their leadership qualities and their skills in a safe environment.
And now let's talk about getting Troy students involved with this. These are college students from all over the state, from all the public universities are there. But Troy kind of has a reputation for packing it out with as many Troy students as possible. And I know that's probably your goal as well as the Student Government Association and everybody to get as many students as possible up there.
Yes, sir, it is.
And so how are you going to try to pull that off?
Well, the Higher Ed Day partnership already offers a free barbecue lunch, and lots of people love barbecue, so that's a good incentive. We offer a class excuse for those of us who do not enjoy going to class as much. That's a great incentive. And then the first 150 people that sign up that aren't SGA members or freshman forum get a free t-shirt.
Okay.
And in Troy's history, if you offer free t-shirts, attendance tends to increase almost exponentially.
There you go.
So,
and it's important to have that t-shirt on because I'm betting it's going to be a Cardinal t-shirt so that the Troy students will kind of stand out in the crowd there.
well, we're also asking them to wear any Cardinal Troy t-shirt so that like we all look as one, but we can all show our individuality because Troy's a diverse campus, so we don't want to appear like just one solid thing, even though we are a solid organization, but we want everybody to be able to express themselves individually to show that while we are one voice advocating for higher education, we're still individuals.
And that's kind of one of those important points is having as many Troy students as possible kind of shows off to the legislators that Troy matters. And
yes.
It helps us, even though everyone's working on the same goal, it helps to show that Troy is there and is making their voice heard.
Yes, sir.
And so now, if anyone is interested in taking part in this and getting up there, there is some transportation available, correct?
Yes, we are providing 3 Trailway buses, I believe, and 2 Trojan trolleys. So there are 268 seats available.
268 seats available. And how would they go about reserving a spot or getting a spot on one of those vehicles?
I created a Google document, which is an online form, and it has a link. I am creating a Facebook page tonight, so it's fresh on people's minds.
Okay.
It's like a week in advance. You sign in, you do your name, your last name, your first name, classification, and then if you're going or not.
Okay.
So
And now, if anyone can't make it on that list, they can still go up to the rally. If they don't make it on one of the buses, they can still transport themselves and go up there, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, if they want to go up there, we haven't really discussed the time and location yet and the date. Tell us when and where and it's going to be. So
the date is February 25th.
Okay.
We're going to meet in the bottom parking lot of the Trojan Center at 8:30.
All right.
And load up the buses, and then we'll be back by 2:30.
All right. And what time's the rally start?
The rally starts at 11. There's
11?
a parade beforehand at 10:30.
Okay.
Where each school marches together. My committee actually painted a banner for the banner competition. So we hold up the banner, we march, then there's a rally at 11. It lasts about an hour, and then free lunch at 12.
Free lunch at 12. So an opportunity to get out there, have some fun with your fellow Trojans with a good cause to help higher education. So, well, thanks for joining me today, and good luck getting a good crowd up to Montgomery. So,
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.